So we're starting off with some immediate exposition. Isolated cases of a zombie virus have popped up, but are contained and then covered up by a small covert agency in which our narrator is one of their recruits. The zombie virus in this film is sexually transmitted, basically a ZTD. This is probably the most easily avoidable zombie virus yet. Just don't bang somebody with a zombie or be a necrophiliac. But again, if I've learned anything through Why You Wouldn't Survive and just existing in this world, I'm not surprised that people would get infected by this particular zombie virus. Jakey boy bites down on a girl while getting frisky, but it was just a dream. Jake is not feeling well. During a classroom conversation with his buddy Adam, we learned that he had unprotected sex with a random girl. But Jake says he's okay because he poured Listerine on his junk and that kills all germs. Like, I know teenagers are stupid, but a zombie STD would not be killed by some mouthwash. Are you kidding me? During class, the kids are shown a video conveniently titled The Story of Jake's Mistake, about the dangers of unprotected sex. Don't do it or you'll get worms apparently. Things have changed a lot. You'll get literal maggots eating on your junk if you bang a zombie. During lunch, two cheerleaders start smooching it up while the lunchroom cheers until they notice that Amanda has bitten a chunk out of her friend's face. You think they would have countermeasures for zombies existing, especially in a school environment where people think with their genitalia more than they do their brains. During this, the virus also hits Jake, causing him to jump up and chomp his buddy as he just stood there screaming. The zombie teens cause a riot with all their all-you-can-eat buffet of friends. Apparently, none of the people at this school know how to run. Zombies exist in this universe and people would know at this point what to do, but the plot needs this to happen. The two zombie teens lock eyes and then share a romantic meal on wheels. Our narrator, Cass, arrives at the scene acting too cool for school. We like to call zombies necrotics because it makes us sound smarter. I mean, every franchise has to have a different version of the zombie terminology, but necrotics here just seem so ham-fisted. Call them necrophiliacs. We have time for a bunch of catty quips between Cass and her partner. It seems like there would be a sense of urgency with an organization like this. Zombies coming to life after some hanky-panky, but what do I know? I guess Cass has some sort of psychic powers. Her eyes turn white and she has a vision of what happened. What is going on with this movie? I thought it was just ZTDs. Jake wakes up in a field with Amanda, having a return of lucidity as they realize they ate all of their friends. So I guess you do have consciousness if you turn into a zombie, you just have some different kind of appetites. Cass is not getting a monster vibe from Jake and keeps trying to humanize him, which is against the agency's rules. I can see where the plot is going here. Eating makes the zombies' hearts beat until they get hungry again, getting some inspiration from the Return of the Living Dead where they eat the flesh of the living to satiate the pain of death, but here it's just to make your heart beat. Cass and her partner get into a fender bender with the zombie teens. Her partner gets out and shoots a giant hole through Jake's chest. Amanda attacks the man while Cass just sits in the car and stares blankly. This is kind of your realm of expertise. Don't you think you should be, getting involved? Cass blasts the horn instead of getting a weapon, which causes Zomanda to run to the car and bite her. I guess she didn't see that coming, even though this is your job. Instead of doing her job, Cass starts flirting with Jake from Zom-rom because he asked if I was okay, and boys that are alive never ask if I'm okay. Girl, this guy has a ZTD. Why are you looking at him romantically in any way? Cass claims she cannot track Jake and Amanda anymore. Why not? The zombie teens are miraculously healed and have been taken in by a couple who curb their cravings by eating rats. That's a great way to satiate your ZTD. Yeah, eat a bunch of rodents that could also have a plethora of other diseases. They learn anything that triggers adrenaline in the brain will cause the zombie switch to flip, i.e. hunger, fear, and of course, sex. While an interesting concept, I mean, really? Cass can apparently manipulate people's memories, which the NCD uses to cover the zombie outbreak as a school shooting. Oh my god, so we have this person with some 11 powers, and they're using this to do cover-ups to turn zombie attacks into a pumped-up kicks rehearsal? During an interview with the NCD, Amanda's boyfriend turns into a zombie and bites Cass's partner. I don't know why they wouldn't have better safety measures in place, especially for an organization so focused on preventing the spread of zombies and stopping zombies. The NCD has decided to keep necrotics alive for study. Now, why? I get keeping zombies alive to, understand the biology and the morphology of all this, but why would you keep them alive in an open environment? What the fuck? Why do we get a zombie lip-syncing scene? Cass is lying about not being able to track the zombies. You have the power to be telekinetic and all this crap, but you're suddenly not able to track zombies? Okay. The couple tells Jake and Amanda that if they have to eat people, they only eat rapists and pedophiles. Are they just gonna screen every person and ask them, hey, are you a rapist or pedophile? We get this quote here.
Most necrominds are like a cold, dark freezer, but Jake's is like bathing in a warm fountain of melted cheese.
What the fuck? The NCD is now using necros for testing, training them like animals to fight, be a defense force ever we want. You have a disease that spreads sexually and you're gonna use them to make a defense force? What kind of defense force is gonna be so efficient if it's only spreading if you're banging each other? Jake and Amanda decide to go off by themselves to look for her brother and a cure. The NCD arrives carrying one of those animal control stick things with the loop on the end to try and capture the zombies as if they're dogs. You think there would be some kind of, paralytic agent or some kind of thing to knock these necrotics out, but no, let's lasso them around like they're dinosaurs at Jurassic Park. Someone in a zombie film finally packs supplies, and it's the zombies who do it. You're telling me the zombies are smarter than the survivors in this scenario. Her partner recounts his daughter being eaten by zombies in front of him, and Cass's response is to tell him to...
Jeez, Tom, stop being such a pussy.
Wow, what a bitch. We get a zombie road trip montage. Cass comes to terms with being a necrophiliac, aka having a crush on Jake. You have been combating all these zombies for all this time, but suddenly you find one guy that's slightly nice and it's like, yeah, I have all these powers, but I'm willing to give it all up because it'll be worth it for zombie Jake. Our Zom teens are hanging out Point Place, Wisconsin style, getting high and hanging out on the hood of a car, until Jake pukes blood on Amanda. But that's just typical zombie teen things. Amanda's conspiracy fan brother wants to go to Iowa with the zombies because he's seen a video from a man claiming to have a cure. This is not a post-apocalyptic society. You can easily just kind of look this stuff up, not just some rando saying he has a cure, but we have people out there saying they have cures for certain diseases, so I guess this makes sense. Either way, it's freaking stupid. Zamanda claims that after she is cured, she will go hardcore vegan. I guess she had a little too much meat after that ZTD. The NCD ambushes the teens and sends in a necro pet in to attack them, but the teens just beat it up easily. If this is something that's supposed to be part of your defense force and it gets beaten up so easily, maybe you should just give up on this plan entirely. Kyle, Amanda's brother, states the NCD will never get in and that he has guns, bombs, and provisions, while standing in front of a window through which he is instantly shot. Cass distracts her partner, yelling at him to not shoot her zombie crush and causing him to get bit again and then flat out die. Cass is mad at Amanda for killing her partner, but even more mad that her crush likes Amanda.
And you don't deserve Jake!
Girl, he is a zombie and you don't even know the guy. You have some kind of psychic powers and he was kind of nice to you. Why are you going full fucking stupid mode? Cass and the creepy NCD guy have a weird X-Men style telepathic standoff. I thought this was a movie about teenagers and ZTDs. What the hell is going on? The average school career aptitude test is now the NCD finding telepaths to recruit. So suddenly they're sending in testing to see who is telepathic.
Sure, Jan.
You think these teens would already know they're telepathic, but what does this have to do with the zombie transmitted sexual disease? Why is suddenly everyone telepaths? Cass tracks Amanda with a bra to a warehouse that only has one guard. Yes, this is the plot so far. The NCD just keeps a bunch of zombies in cages. Why are we keeping all these zombie people in cages? If you're wanting to use them as a defense force and you're just kind of pissing them off, this is going to turn into 28 days later when they eventually break out. On top of that, the zombies really can't get out of these flimsy wire cages. I mean, you're wanting to use these people as a defense force and you're thinking some flimsy wires are going to keep them secured and away? Jake does not notice the giant case full of keys right behind him. Amanda and Jake see each other and hug instead of running away, giving the NCD plenty of time to assemble an ambush in the warehouse. The zombies actually do have to be let out of those cages. Who would have thought that keeping all these zombies in a room together could go wrong in any way for the NCD? I don't know what it is about these zombie movies where they keep thousands of zombies or hundreds or dozens and then they all break out like they didn't have a contingency plan. Why are you doing this if there's one slight issue of trouble? Just shoot them in the head. They're not going to do that. They're just not going to do it. Okay. Cass uses her powers to get the NCD guy's pet zombie to attack him. Why did she not just do that to begin with? She has the ability to take control of zombies. Why is she putting herself in harm's way? Why not just use the zombies and you could be the queen of the dead? Cass decides to head to Iowa with the zombies, but they accidentally run over the girl who infected Jake. So they stop the car and get surrounded by her and her band of Mad Max looking zombies as the movie just abruptly ends. Wow, okay. They were really thinking they were going to get a sequel with this one, but telepathic control of zombies out of nowhere that spurred from ZTDs? Okay, bud, that's it. I'm done.
Wow.
Some of you may discover a wonderful vocation you never even imagined. Others may find out life isn't fair.